Hello and welcome back to the Lost Woods Draft League. My name is Keon, coach of the Massachusetts Mareeps, and literally a day later, we're at week 5. I had a bit of a short turnaround time this week as I'm going away for about a week from like Tuesday to next Wednesday, and I wanted to make sure that I could bring you guys content uninterrupted, so we're having a short turnaround time. This week we're going against Jake and the Boston Blackjacks. I'm really excited for this matchup. Jake is a player who we don't really see him play that much anymore. He's back to being he's mainly a judge or a TO, but you know, I am really excited to see what he has to bring, and I know he is still an incredible player. So without further ado, let's take a look at the matchup. Right here, there's already it's an even strong. I'd say objectively, it's a stronger, more conventional, balanced team than what I just faced last week, but with a lot of similar pieces. You know, terrain control, intimidator, Agudra, redirection. Corviknight is especially going to be an issue should I not find the right answer for it. But Rillaboom, Primarina, Arcanine, Corviknight, Mudsdale, Slowking, Galarian, Gudra, Electivire, Conkeldurr, and Sneasel. I think I can reasonably expect just about any of these Pokemon to come, but the main kicker here is that they're all a little bit slow, and so if I can establish a consistent form of speed control, I'll be able to outmaneuver and outplay. So, in that regard, let's see what I have cooked up with my limited time this week. So, the first Pokemon, Magmortar, is going to be coming back with the Flame Body ability, running max offense with the Focus Sash. I want to be able to redirect 2 hits, but I also want to be able to utilize it as a Fire-type offensive piece this week because I think it'll be especially helpful into something like that Corviknight, with Protect, Follow Me, Heat Wave, and Acid Spray to further enable some of my especially offensive Pokemon this week. Gallade, as always, the perfect guy for the job. Life Orb, Sharpness ability, just doing ungodly amounts of damage. I think especially that I can relatively confidently assume that Arcanine won't really be coming, and I can pretty easily put it out of position. I think going for all-out offense and calling that is going to be really strong. Going with Protect, Leaf Blade for the Primarina, Sacred Sword, and Psycho Cut. Indeedee, with the Choice Specs coming back for the first time since week 1, running Psychic Surge, Max. You can tell there's a theme here. I'm just trying to go as all out as possible with the offense. Expanding Force, Trick, Terra Blast, and Shadow Ball. The issue with the spec set is it's kind of inflexible because there isn't much coverage that I can get. Shadow Ball is important for a Pokemon like the Galarian Slowbro, Slowking, if I find myself out of position. And Terra Blast is just the best single target normal move that I can get, and I want to make sure I'm not too goobed by something like a Conkeldurr Wide Guard if it happens to come. I think that guy gets Wide Guard. All the slow fighting mons do. Next up is Salamence with the Assault Vest and Intimidate. I think, especially without something like a Defiant Mon, being able to utilize this to kind of stop any sort of offensive threat off rip, I think is really strong, and going with something like the Assault Vest instead of like Life Orb or Draco Plate, for example, just allows me to stay bulky while being benefited offensively by the Acid Spray from the Magmortar. Running Draco Meteor and Dragon Pulse, Flamethrower as an added bonus into the Corviknight, and Air Slash just for good flying coverage into something like the Rillaboom. Politoed with the Choice Scarf this week, and Water Absorb, which sounds a bit crazy, but I have relatively solid reasoning for this. I think that Magmortar is going to be really important offensively. Those Heat Waves are going to pay dividends, and I don't want to disable that. I also don't really want to enable the Primarina anymore, so by having Water Absorb, I kind of force specific counterplay into it, running enough speed to outspeed just about anything, especially like a Max Electivire, with Icy Wind, Muddy Water, Hydro Pump, and Ice Beam. The only thing that shouldn't outspeed is the Sneasel, and I don't really think I need to respect that much going into this week. Mimikyu is the last Pokemon on the team running Room Service, max HP, max attack. The thing with the speed tier here is that it'll outspeed most of the middling speed tier mons outside of Trick Room, but if Trick Room were to get set by Jake, because I think it's really strong into my team, Room Service Mimikyu will underspeed something like the non-Quiet Primarina, and I don't really anticipate Quiet Primarina to be coming. Running Protect, Woodhammer, Force Head Primarina, Play Rough, and Shadow Claw. I think I have a lot of options this week, and I really want to use this opportunity to get some of the more, less used Pokemon on my team shine, like that Magmortar, Indeedee, Salamence. Like, I want them to shine in less conventional ways, but, you know, still let my creativity hit. So I'm about to go into the match right now, and I'll see you guys there. Let's see what he has brought. Okay. That's fair. Then what do I want to do? I think I want... Okay. What do I think is going to happen here? It doesn't seem like there's any trick room here. It's just slower mons, which means Magmortar is going to be really helpful. I also think... I definitely want Mence here. I'm trying to figure out if I want to do the Politoed angle or... I think Indeedee. Oh, I think Indeedee's really strong, actually. So I am going to start with this and see where it gets me. I have to be mindful of preserving Gallade. Or actually, I have a lot of answers to the Corviknight, so I think I'm going to stick with this for now. Let's see. Okay. What I could do is go straight to Indeedee to stop a fake out and then just go for Leaf Blade. And I think unless it's Rindo... Yeah, I'll do this. Okay. This could be fine if it's not Rindo. Because if it's Rindo, I'm like... It's Scarf. It's Scarf and that KOs? That was the worst start I could have possibly had. What in the world? Man, yeah, if I just redirected, I was fine. Okay. Yeah. I hadn't considered that angle. Yeah, I mean, I just got completely destroyed. Wow, that was bad. Okay. And that thing is so strong, too. It's Scarf, but it's doing that much, so it's like max. How do I adapt to that? How do I adapt to that? And now he knows everything. Knockoff just gave him everything. That was the worst game I've ever played. And there was an ad break. Dude. I literally ran it beforehand so that wouldn't happen. Oh, this sucks so much. Okay. How do I adapt? How do I adapt? What was that? How do I do that? How do I do that? I don't know if I have anything for Scarf Prim. I think I have to lead Mimi. I think I do this. I think I do Poly Mimi. I have to have Gallade in the back, I think. And then does Ndidi do anything other than just fold? No, I think I need Mens. I'm gonna try this. So Water Absorb, yeah, Water Absorb Poly helps here because they can't just like Hyper Voice because then they're just gonna heal me. That's triple Axel. Okay. I think I just go down now. I just go down. I just go down. What is this Prim spread? And Scarf Poly just doesn't outspeed either thing. It's so bad. It's so bad. This is so bad. Oh my god. I just have nothing for this. I have nothing for this. I hadn't even considered this line. I'm not even going to see a Backmon. I'm going to get 8-0'd. I'm literally going to get 8-0'd. This is horrific. Yep. And Knockoff just does half my health. At least I got him on, right? And that's elective fire. I just lose. At least Gallade gets a KO. Yeah, that was the worst set of Pokemon I think I've ever played. I just got absolutely out-prepped.